Hey guys, ThunderX Sniper here, bringing you another YouTube video, and this one's going to be a late game review video over Friday the 13th, the game. This is one I've been wanting to do for a bit now, never got around to doing so let's get started into this. The way these videos work, I'm going to give a review of the game, explain a few things, and then I'll give it a so many out of 10 and my reasoning behind it. So Friday the 13th is a game where it's kind of like an arcade game. You and friends or random people load in. It's a multiplayer game. One guy gets turned into the killer, in this case Jason from the Friday the 13th movies, and everybody else will be camp counselors, and their role is to escape before Jason kills them. Now, as a quick disclaimer, I'm gonna put out there that I am playing against bots. This is for just so you guys know it's better video quality and it's more entertaining to watch probably. So I did go against bots just to have an easier time recording this and not dealing with real people or trolls and all that, because just the way this game plays and stuff, trust me, just take my word for it, it's a lot easier to just go against some bots real fast. And you guys get to, I can be more creative and use the executions and stuff around me compared to if I was going against real people and being in such a rush to kill them, because they're going to actually be more of a struggle to kill. So one of the great features about the game is customization. You can customize your counselors and you can customize Jason. The counselors, you get to choose which character you get to play as. So there's all these different ones with different stats, as you can see, changing through. And really, you'll unlock more the more you play and through levels, but you get a good handful of them to start out with. The main one most people play as is Kenny. He's going to be the first guy you unlock for sure. He's 50% on everything: composure, luck, repair, speed, stamina, stealth, strength. Now, all these stats explained are pretty simple. Stamina, how long you can run before you're out of before you're stuck to a slow walk. Stealth is how likely you are to show up on Jason's sight. He has like this infrared sight, he can find people. Strength is breaking out of Jason's grip when he has a hold of you. Speed, how fast you are. Repair is how well you are at repairing the car or the boat or anything you have to do the timed repairs on. Luck, to my knowledge, and anybody out there can correct me if I'm wrong, luck is how how good you are to actually find something when opening drawers and stuff. I think nothing actually generates into those drawers until you actually pull them open. So I think you can get luckier on that, or I could be completely wrong. So someone out there can correct me. I've never been sure exactly what luck is, but composure is your character's fear. The counselors can actually get afraid when they find a dead body, if Jason knocks out the lights, or just the more time Jason is around, the more afraid they are. So having composure is actually an underappreciated stat people don't really look into enough, because when your character gets more scared, the screen will start to blacken up to the point you can almost not even see. Anybody out there who's played Ark and has been knocked unconscious, think of like that. But yeah, it gets really black around the whole screen, and all the maps are at nighttime to begin with, so it can get to the point where you can't even really see anything other than like the center of your screen, and you're trying to navigate like that. So it's a real killer out there. On top of that, you can customize your character's clothes, and you can customize emotes, which is something that was added to the game later on. I never messed with emotes myself. Most are like shush, come here. And you can buy some emotes. Same as clothes, there's clothes you can unlock and there's clothes you can buy. Nothing really crazy out there. As you can tell, I mostly play as AJ. I play as her for mostly her stealth and composure. I like to not even be found by Jason, which is something very helpful. And then the fear, like I say, it can really get annoying. So the way perks work though is there's 6 tiers, as you can see across here: poor, common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. just because something's in a higher tier does not exactly mean it's better. You know, it kind of all still does depend on gameplay style. You can actually sell the perks. So let's go ahead and do that. You can sell the perks for CP, and CP is the currency you can use to get more perks. So we'll go ahead and do a CP roll to unlock a perk right here, as you can see. The perk is increase your melee attack speed with all weapons. You know, nothing crazy, but it's not exactly bad. You know, it all really does come down to playstyle when it comes to any of these perks. If you're somebody who's going to more likely go fight Jason, you know, smack him and then run, or you want to go straight for running or go straight stealth, you know, these can help you define your role and help your playstyle. Now, Jason is, to me, the most fun. Jason's also a character selection, and you might be wondering, what do you mean there's only one Jason? You get to choose the parts. So there's, you know, all these different episodes of the Friday the 13th movies are the Jasons you can play as. You know, all the way, you can even do part 2, where he doesn't even have the hockey mask, you know. And your weapon will change with that, and your strengths and weaknesses. Now, the first Jason you'll get is part 3, but my favorite Jason, personally, is part 6. This one's my favorite for the simple fact that you get more throwing knives, your sensibility, the duration and charge is a lot faster, because that's really how you're going to find people most of the time as Jason. And his shift ability, where he kind of does like this really, really fast, like moving teleport, which sounds kind of OP, and it can be if people know how to use it, but it's kind of hard to control too, because the sensitivity on movement's really high, and you can't go over or through things. So it can actually be a cripple as much as it can be, you know, a strength. It just depends on how well you are at using it. And then, you know, he's got his weaknesses. Like, I get lower HP and block chance. This results, you know, I can't run, so I kind of just have like a faster walk, which results in me being slower compared to others. And the morph ability is, you know, it takes longer to come off a cooldown. And then the other customization for him, other than just picking which one you play as, is you can get executions for him. So there's the non-weapon executions, and you can get these for any Jason skin, and then there's the specific to the skin ones that each Jason gets that you can unlock. So a lot of these are, I mean, a lot of them are great, honestly. I love so many of these. And you'll get to see some of these executions, because I'm going to play as this Jason instead of the others. But yeah, as you can see, like, there's a lot of Jasons, you know, you can play as, in different weapons, you know, the axe, machete, you know, shears, a pig splitter, another axe, you know, the pickaxe. I mean, it's great. They like the axe. I mean, there's a battle axe, you know. But yeah, it's you pretty much you can choose to play for stats, or you can choose to play for your favorite Jason. Part 6 is one of my actual favorite ones, so it was actually nice having both. You know, I like the stats and I like the Jason. So it's really nice to have this customization. And then you can even choose your spawn preference. So when you load into a game, if you prefer to be a counselor, the game will try and lean more toward putting you as a counselor. Or if you prefer to be Jason, you know, it'll choose you. You increase the chances of being picked. Or none, if you just really don't care and you want to play as either one. I'm someone who prefers to play Jason, you know, it's the main reason I got the game. But being a counselor can still be fun. Now, another nice feature this game has is called the Virtual Cabin, where you can load it up and you can actually learn about the game, the developers, and just the movies as well. It's this neat little area. You'll load up into this huge cabin, and there's just going to be all these like fun facts and interactive things you can look at, and they're going to have, like, you know, just like a lot of behind the scenes stuff, you know, almost like if you load up the movie and then you went into extras, and, you know, there's like this behind the scenes stuff, you know, these little fun facts, all this kind of stuff like that. It's in first person, you know, you can just kind of load things up. So it's really cool area to kind of hang out if you're really into the movies, they got pictures of the developers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the characters from the game are in it. It's really just like a really neat, thing you can look around. So I'm sure by now you guys are already asking, all right, great customization and nice behind the scenes features, but most of you guys, I'm sure, are more curious and care more about the gameplay. And all in all, overall gameplay, I got to give it, a thumbs up for the simple fact that it is just a nice, fun arcade shooter to play with the friends. This is, if you have a large group of friends who are into this stuff and into the Friday the 13th movies, this is great. But I am not gonna lie at all. This game has bugs, and when I mean bugs, I mean the amount of issues I've seen in this game. I mean, at the very beginning of the video, the door kind of glitched out, kind of creepy and weird, and sometimes, somebody should be in range within Jason, and you can't, but for some reason you can't grab them, because of the way they turn. Like, hitboxes are kind of weird, movements and stuff can be kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's a game that, it's buggy, it's a buggy little mess, but, it's like, it's still fun, It's almost like you could say, like, like, it was made by a small developer studio, so you give it a little bit of leeway there. And they're not allowed to really work on it anymore. It's the reason this game's no longer being worked on is because of legal reasons. So, and I'm not going to get into that. I don't really know the details. I'm sure you can look them up pretty easily online. But it's got its bugs, it's got its issues. It's just still it's still a fun little arcade game to play with friends. And on top of that, it's fun being the survivor. It adds it adds this scary house feel that someone's hunting you, but it's not some big dumb AI you can easily outsmart. This is another person behind this that you are having to deal with. They can outsmart you. It's more unpredictable, and it's just, it's a completely different feel compared to most horror games where it's, hide in this closet. Oh, he'll never recognize me. You can hide in this closet and he's going to be smart enough and be like, no, I'm very confident they're in this closet, and next thing you know, you're dead. So you really have to, it really adds this element of surprise constantly within the game, for both sides of the party. There could be someone standing down the hallway and you're like, all right, I got him, while you're playing as Jason, and all of a sudden, their buddy comes around the corner with, an axe or a baseball bat, and boom, you're, knocked out and they're running off free. So, it's, if you compare it to horror games, I think this is a lot better for the simple fact that things are more unpredictable, but comparing it to arcade games, you gotta, there's others out there that are gonna run more smooth. They're not gonna be as buggy. When this game first came out, I mean, it was hard to play. There were so many connection issues. The developers were like, we didn't expect it to be as popular, and a lot of people were like, well, it's Friday the 13th. What do you expect? So overall gameplay, though, I mean, I got to give it, some proper gratitude, but some heavy criticism is the best way I could give it. The glitches and stuff are mostly, like, there's no really gameplay breaking glitches. They're mostly fixed. It's just more visual stuff, or, it's like, oh man, I got caught by Jason, but, like, I shouldn't have, but I did, whatever. You can get a little bit more away with it for the fact that this is not a competitive game, and if you're gonna get super try hard, angry about it, then you just need to chill out, because this is an arcade game. This isn't something you're supposed to take super serious. So I'd go ahead and, I guess now's the time where I should go ahead and give an overall, number out of 10 review. And, really when it comes down to it, the game is just, it's fun. I'm not going to play it for every single day, all day, like you do other games out there. But, it's a game that it's fun to grab a group of friends or a group of strangers who enjoy the game as much as you, and just kind of sit down and play it for a few hours. So I think I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 review. I got to be fair to how much I personally enjoy the game, and how it is based off, really popular series out there, and there's not many games like it. really. Its biggest competitor is Dead by Daylight, to my knowledge. So I gotta give it some credit where credit is due, but I gotta, you know, knock a couple of those numbers off. I wish I could rate it higher. I honestly wish I wasn't even doing this video. I wish the developers were still working on it. So it's sad to see, but then it's also, you know, it is what it is. So final score 6 out of 10. But thank you guys for watching the video. Today is Friday the 13th. Yes, I did this on purpose. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give me your criticisms. I'm not really great on these kind of constantly talking review videos. I do better with my highlight stuff. So please give me some criticisms where needed and that kind of stuff. Am I over-explaining the game? Or am I not explaining enough, you know? So maybe I ramble on too much. That's probably going to be the main criticism. But yeah, leave a comment down below. Please like and subscribe. It's a big help. I am going to continue to do these late game review videos. They're just more something I do when I have the time. Yeah, that's about it. I'll wrap this one up. Have a great one.